Hello everyone, this is our reaction, starting the Alfonso brothers, Wizard Eye and Russell Russell. Alright, we're about to watch this Sunny V2 video. The failures of the Fine brothers. I got a whole rant to do.
The Fine Bros went from gaining 150 million views per month in
mid-2019
to around 10 million views per month recently, representing a decline of over 90% in only 36 months.
Really?
What went wrong? The peak of their colossal-sized fame would eventually occur in mid-2020. However, signs of impending doom first began in early 2016, when the Fine Bros attempted to trademark and copyright the
Do you remember that?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure many of you remember the drama, right?
I did.
This video simply titled React World.
I remember I first heard it from Captain Annia's Punk when he was reviewing that announcement.
Yeah. On YouTube, the Fine Bros are now entitled to a cut of the revenue.
And all you people
you can't trademark a genre
anywhere in the world,
especially if it's so simple.
50% of your brand deals. 60%
They didn't invent the light
You can't even
bulb.
post your video to Facebook apparently without their permission.
Yeah, right.
That sounds like a great deal. Sign me up.
It's a worse deal.
Was that their audience not watch or support any other channel making reaction content.
We implore everyone not to support those companies and channels. When you
Why?
notice someone ripping someone's format off, don't stand for it.
However,
But they taking other people content and what's the difference?
The pair had built what you might call a reaction empire.
Did they ask Nintendo to review the NES?
2010. The series became popular because it took already successful.
Well, I think they meant like this format, the little, kids or the adults
While this
talking.
was an incredibly successful.
They really meant
going
React.
back to their React World drama in 2016, it would also be a point of criticism. They complained about
Having their shows
And plus they look awful on camera.
companies and people both online and on
You mean the
don't-
guy
at
with
the
the
same
beanie?
time they
Yeah.
were blatantly ripping off these viral videos, then collecting the ad.
And they don't look like good
These are those
people.
guys who complain about
They
licensing,
don't.
even though they use people's videos on license.
After finding success with Kids React back in 2010, the Fine Bros moved on to Teens React, YouTubers React, and eventually Elders React.
Elder React.
I actually like Elder React, to be honest.
Yeah, but this is a controversy itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seniors React had already been done on a channel called Still Cosmo in April 2012, only 1 month prior to the Fine Bros beginning Elders React in May 2012.
Well, I think it's just
what was
a
even more
coincidence.
infuriating was that despite Still Cosmo having started Seniors React first, the Fine Bros would take down every single one of Still Cosmo's Seniors React videos, claiming copyright infringement, which didn't sit too well with their fan base. As mentioned previously, I worked for the Fine Brothers. When they took down Seniors React, there was major backlash from the fans. They moved to censor any comment on all of their channels so people didn't know about it. This was par for the course for them, as they looked to control the conversation in regards to anything involving
It's
copies.
gross.
And goodbye the Fine Bros acting as if they own the genre, people began to dig up examples of Bill Cosby doing Kids React content on television, dating all the way back to the 1990s. However,
Bill
this seemed to have
Cosby,
no effect on their perceived ownership.
But an outdated
As they
figure.
then got
Yeah.
about Ellen DeGeneres, stating that she had also stolen their apparent idea of making React
Ellen,
videos.
as
Wow,
well,
Ellen
not a,
just did Kids React
outdated
technology.
figure.
Didn't mention us, didn't do it with us.
Well,
Cool. Needed to go to their Facebook page
yeah,
and
I
ask
mean,
the Kids React links,
I don't
even
know.
if they didn't realize even more important to tell them. Thanks for the help, here's the link to go leave comments, accompanied by another post of their Twitter reading.
They-
Ashamed
I
to not
think
have
that they
ad
have such big
judge
egos.
us versus just fully taking it as their own. This happens too
I think-
often. Whilst the Fine Bros
I
clearly
think something
expected
to them, they
from
feel
their
like,
audience, calling out Ellen only gave
I don't know,
them
it's like,
another excuse
I
to
bet they
clown
weren't
them.
asked to
As the
set
Fine
from
Bros
until
at the Ellen
this.
Show, welcome to
And
German
that's when they
television.
felt like they're like
Now,
all
we
big
did
and
nothing
mighty.
revolutionary.
Didn't they do
Now the
movies
Fine
or
Bros, you
something?
don't own
Yeah.
the
Wow.
concept. Anyone can do Kids React.
I never
It's fun
seen this, so I
and
can't really
enjoyable. At the
comment
Fine
on
Bros
it.
at the Ellen Show, Jimmy Kimmel has done React videos with kids too. Reactions cannot be patented. That's silly. This is
Yeah.
extremely aggressive in taking down smaller channels.
I
on
think
YouTube,
because
even
they have,
promoting
like,
similar
insecurity
concepts.
issues.
Their DMCA claims
I
destroy
think
any
because
momentum
they're
any of their
finally,
competitors
like,
could have possibly
here.
built up. Then they do a good job burying any information.
I don't know
about
what to
them
say,
ever having
like-
done it and denying doing so. The difference here is that Ellen is too big for them to bully and lay false DMCA claims against, so they had to try and use their audience to do the dirty work for them. They seem
How
to think they're
sad.
original when all of their success has come on the back of others. All of this should set a pretty good baseline for why in 2016
They're
their
evil.
attempt to trademark
2016.
React was completely and utterly
That's how long
ludicrous. In
ago
doing
it
so, they
was?
lost 500,000 subscribers
Wow.
over the course of a week, at which point the pair began to backpedal heavily. The
that's
Fine Brothers
really
released
long
an official
ago.
statement claiming that they would rescind all of their
I thought it was like
trademark
2018 or
applications,
something.
discontinue the React World program, as well as released all of their past content ID claims, such as the takedown of Still Cosmo Senior's React series. Additionally, the pair would upload an apology video in which they stated that the goals never the entire React series on YouTube.
I know Pat Daniels Punk mentioned that they look like that guy was the beanie. He just looked,
to say that every video or
you know,
reacts to something
like
else is something
he didn't really care. Like,
when we reference licensing
you
the React
guys.
format, we only meant our specific series, not the overall
No.
the genre.
However, while the goal of any apology is to mend one's reputation, some clear mistakes can be observed within the Fine Bros video, which would only contribute to their decline. Firstly, they failed to keep their cool and instead responded to the audience with an angry...
I'm not keeping my cool.
Just because we have or might get trademarks doesn't mean we're going to run around and start taking down videos.
Yes,
You guys said time that.
I feel
Sound like they're both running back pure rage and hatred.
They're so not fine. I'm fine, brothers. That's what they are.
How pissy they looked at this. If you're making an apology for doing something shitty, maybe it's not the best idea to be visibly fuming at everyone for having foiled your scheme. Now, it's understandable as to why the pair were a little volatile. They lost 500,000 subscribers in a week and had
Deserve
a
it.
news article.
They deserve it.
News article, which is something that none of us have experienced, so maybe we're not even in a position to comment on this, but cooler heads always prevail. Their emotional response did nothing but display how much the drama had gotten to them, and when you combine this with their massive backpedal of apologizing and promising to throw out the React World program altogether, it displayed this kind of pathetic subservience to their fan base, or simply put, they made it obvious that they cared way too much, which would prove to be the ultimate detriment after the real drama began in mid-2020.
Oh,
Leading up to
wow.
this point in time, specifically
what real drama?
June 2020, the Fine Bros had chosen to involve themselves in the Black Lives Matter movement by uploading a video simply titled This
Notice
Is My
their
Story,
thumbnail,
which
by the
contained an
way.
introductory message reading in support of hashtag Black Lives Matter and the social unrest in America surrounding the killing of George Floyd and countless
Rest in
injustices
peace.
against people of color. We asked our reactors if they would be willing to share their own stories of being black in America. They did. They're a part of our FBE family and we want to help amplify their voices. Thank you for listening. The FBE team clearly aligning themselves and their entire brand as allies of the movement. Yet, opting into the game of politics turned out to be an incredibly dumb decision for the Fine Brothers, because only a week after posting the video in support of Black Lives Matter, their audience would dig up a video from 2009 in which Benny Fine had done blackface.
Wait,
in light of this,
what?
other black creators from within the company came out stating that rather than being supported, they had actually faced racism while working for the Fine Brothers, one of which discussing their experience in
Wait, you knew this?
So many
Yeah.
former staff members and cast members have bravely spoken out and reached out to me privately about how they were mistreated during their time at the company as people of color and or women, and other people who have witnessed their mistreatment.
Articles would then be posted, such as this one by Insider, which stated that within Fine Brothers Entertainment, Brooklyn Fenton, a former reactor-turned-employee, said she was told at times that having a reactor with lighter skin on the left of the thumbnail, where viewers would tend to see them first, appeals to the fans. 6 sources told Insider that there were sometimes
what?
put a person with a lighter skin tone on the left,
what do they mean?
and several
Like, you know,
other
like-
former employees said
like-
publicly on Twitter that
If you have a lighter skin, you're most likely to be in the thumbnail. Or they think that to make it more attractive,
1% of the thumbnail showed 2
choose a
reactors,
more lighter skinned person.
showed 2 black reactors. As a result of these allegations, the Fine Brothers would release a classic spineless loser apology stating, over the past decade,
Spineless
FBE
loser
has tried to
apology.
self-platform
It is.
good,
Yeah, I love how some of you two said that.
racism, sexism, homophobia, and bullying. While we
Spineless loser.
They are.
Sony Me Too still got it.
Enough to make amends.
He's
It's clear to us that we
spineless
should have
loser.
done more. The trap that the Fine Brothers have fallen into is so many media seem to fall into. They thought that just because they had built a business and a following on YouTube, it was now their job or responsibility
Hey, Mario Kart
to
8.
make some kind of historic
I
social
see.
change in the world. Why can't you just be a good entertainer and leave it at that? They claimed in their
Right.
apology that they should have done more in terms of talking about social issues, yet were blind to the reality that they actually talked about it too much. They should have never talked about any of these topics in the first place.
Unless that's what your
Reality is
channel
you're a channel
is
where
meant to
people
be.
laugh at kids reacting to various videos on the internet, and you're not the Mother Teresa Foundation. The ways in which the Fine Brothers were mistreating their employees eventually
fine.
went deeper after a TikToker named 1 Minute Talk Show would post a video interviewing 2 former members of Kids and Teens React, which stated the following.
Check the numbers, yo. Kids React, Teens React fell off. Fuck the Fine Bros.
Were you like Teens React too? Wait, can you go? We're just cringe. and wouldn't let us speak our mind on a show about speaking our mind.
They were on all.
Bro, I'm starting to think. If you remember, they reviewed the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Yeah.
And they acted like they didn't know what it was.
They'd ask questions.
They
that
were
were like pointing
be
you
wild.
towards the
I
direction
remember
of a
at the
certain
moment, I was like surprised.
Yeah, because the NES was very popular.
I remember being young, and I even knew what it was. I knew the existence.
Yeah, even if we owned the NES or SNES, we knew it existed.
Yeah, we knew it existed.
It's an icon.
It's kind of fire, man.
I'm starting to think that was fixed.
Live streams. Leah Marie Johnson, in
They
addition
trying
to those
to
who
enforce
college, showed that
stereotype.
Wine Brothers didn't exactly lead to Hollywood stardom in the way that they might have expected. It's hardly surprising
Sad.
either. It's not like
It
they were learning
is.
any skills by reacting to videos for the Fine Brothers, which left them with famous faces and nothing else. As a result of all the controversy over a 6-month time period, the Fine Bros went from an average of around 100 million views per month to only 30 million per month.
Wow,
before
that's
announcing
like
that 17
70,
staff
well,
members had been laid off.
under
The Fine
70,
Bros would
right?
rebrand themselves from the Fine Brothers Entertainment
lots of views,
to React.
right?
Yet this failed to stop their
They deserve it.
viewership as it tumbled further to around 10 million per month. Competition had simply become too strong in the reaction genre. Every popular streamer was uploading their own reaction content to YouTube, whilst the former CEO of React Media would leave the Fine Brothers to work for Mr. Beast, who now makes infinitely better reaction content than the Fine Brothers ever could.
Right? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
For an undisclosed price, citing that they planned on stepping away to finally spend some quality time with our family.
I don't believe
to
it.
have been silent on all social media since selling the channel.
Alright.